I'd like to call the Board and Budget and Finance Committee meeting to order. Like I mentioned, it's 2 o'clock. Before we begin, as most of us know, we received an email yesterday from Chair Krupa with the passing of our good friend Keith White. Would like to take a moment of silence before we begin our meeting today, if that's okay with everyone. Thank you for that. The prayers go to his family and everyone that he's touched. You know, Keith's like an RTA mascot, so he's been so great for the organization. It was a very, very sad news to hear that, and we have so many good things to say about Mr. White. So with that, thank you for joining this meeting. It is October 6th, Wednesday. As we have mentioned many times before, please make sure that you're in a quiet environment with no background noise. Please remember how to work that lovely mute button. And will the clerk please read the special notice?
On September 16, 2021, Governor Newsom signed Assembly Bill number 361 that amends and extends certain Brown Act requirements pertaining to telephonic conferencing of local government meetings through January 1, 2024. As such, RTA has opted to conduct the October 6, 2021 committee meeting via teleconference. Participants can participate via teleconference in each participant's own office or home area, which will not be made physically accessible to the public.
Thank you. Moving along. Number 2, self-introductions. For today's meeting, we'll take roll call. Will the clerk please begin and take roll call?
City of Canyon Lake.
I'm here.
City of Beaumont.
Here.
City of Calamasa. County of Riverside, District 5.
Here.
City of Hemet.
Here.
City of Lake Elsinore.
Here.
City of Norco.
Here.
City of Wildemar.
Here.
County of Riverside, District 3.
Here.
Chair, you have a quorum. Members, please remember to mute your device.
This is Linda
Thank
Molina.
you. Will the clerk please?
I lost connection. I'm sorry. I'm here. Sorry.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you.
Will the clerk please take attendance of RTA staff?
Yes, thank you, Chair. Larry Rubio.
Here.
Charlie Ramirez.
Here.
Tom Franklin.
Here.
Laura Camacho.
Here.
Christian Warsinski. Here. Rick Kazarowski.
Here.
Jim Neepkins.
Here.
Melissa Blankenship.
Here.
Stephanie Searles.
Here.
Robert Fernandez.
Here.
Albert Jimenez.
Here.
Brad Weaver.
Here.
Yesenia Felix.
Here.
Thank you. Moving along. Item number 3 is public comments on non-agenda items. Will the clerk please read the direction for public comments?
Members of the public may address the board regarding any item within the subject matter jurisdiction of the board. However, no action may be taken on off-agenda items unless authorized by law. Comments shall be limited to matters not listed on the agenda. Members of the public may comment on any matter listed on the agenda at the time that the board considers that matter. Each person's presentation is limited to a maximum of 3 minutes.
Thank you. Has the clerk received any requests in writing?
Yes, Chair. I received a request from Keith White, who asked that his comment be read by staff.
Thank you. Will you please do so?
Yes, thank you, Chair. Good afternoon, committee members. Well, this past Tuesday, I went to Marietta to go to a 99.1 KGGI radio event. I took a total of 7 buses. My day started at 5 a.m. in the morning, and I took the route 29 to the 22 to the 61 to the 23 to get there. Then on my way home, I took the 23 to the mall and caught the 206 back to Corona and the Route 3 home, arriving home at 7 p.m. Plus, I love this $5 promotion. This past weekend, I went to a KOLA radio event and won 2 free movie passes for the Lick Cinema in Redlands. It has a bar and a full restaurant with reclining seats, and they bring your food to you, so you don't have to miss the movie. It even has a small table. So I have been a very busy person. I love being back on the buses after a long year of staying home. Thank you for your time. Sincerely yours, Keith White, RTA writer and advocate.
I'm gonna miss those. Very much so, I'm gonna miss those. Is there anyone else on the line that would like to make comments on items not listed on the agenda? Hearing no more, the public comment portion for items not listed on the agenda is now closed. We're moving along to item 4, which is approval of minutes. And this is for the September 1st, 2021 Budget and Finance Committee meeting. Does anyone have any comments? Do I have a motion to approve?
I move. Ray
Thank
Santos.
you, Ray.
You're welcome. Thank you, Jeremy.
Waldemar, second.
Wildemar, second. Thank you, Bridget. Will the clerk please take a roll call vote?
City of Canyon Lake,
Aye.
City of Beaumont,
Aye.
City of Calamasa,
Yes.
City of Hemet,
Yes.
City of Lake Elsinore,
Aye.
City of Norco,
Yes.
City of Wildemar,
Yes.
County of Riverside District 3,
Aye.
County of Riverside District 5.
Yes.
Item is passed unanimous.
Thank you. Moving on to item number 5. This is our cash flow projections. Charlie will present. Are there any questions from committee members? Is this right? Different script. Charlie, go ahead. I'm going to give it to you.
Good afternoon, Chair Smith, members of the committee. My name is Charlie Ramirez, Chief Financial Officer for the agency. You have before you on page 8 the agency's actual cash performance through late September, followed by a projection of weekly cash activity through November of this year. A recent infusion of local transportation funds, making good use of federal COVID stimulus funds, and better than anticipated fare box revenue have all contributed to the agency's strong cash position for the first part of this fiscal year. As such, I am pleased to report there are no cash flow issues anticipated during this reporting period. And that completes my presentation.
Thank you, Charlie. Just making some edits here. Any questions from committee members on this? Again, this is item 5, cash flow projections. Are there any questions from the public? This is an item that is receive and file. We are moving on to item 6. This is free bus rides on New Year's Eve. I can't believe we're already having this conversation. I can't believe the holidays are behind us, right in front of us. I mean, Jim, will you please present?
Yeah.
Thank you, Chair Smith and members of the committee. Jim Newcombs, Chief Marketing Officer. For the past several years, RTA has offered free rides on New Year's Eve on all fixed route buses. And obviously, this is to support the riders who have to work that evening and provide an alternative for people who should not or cannot drive on that evening. So for this holiday season, staff is again recommending free bus rides, free bus service on all RTA fixed route buses on Friday, December 31st from 2:30 p.m. till the end of each bus schedule, which obviously varies by route. Obviously, the New Year's holiday is a perfect time for RTA to thank our customers for their patronage, to show RTA's concern about personal safety for those who will be out celebrating, and then hopefully we'll convince some people to leave their cars at home and reduce fatalities and have a great evening. We will actively promote the free rides through the website, the reader, iAlerts, social media, press releases, and anything else we can think of to get the message out to the general public. The fiscal impact, the loss in revenue is estimated to be less than $3,800 by providing this service. And so the recommendation today is to approve and recommend this item to the full board of directors for their consideration as follows. Authorize the agency to offer free rides on all 50 buses from 2:30 p.m. to the end of business on Friday, December 31st, 2021. And that completes my presentation.
Thank you, Jim. I appreciate the comment you made in regards to making sure that we're doing a social media presence on this. If you don't mind, making sure that all of us get it so we can get it out to our jurisdictions, letting people know about this awesome program that RTA is doing. Linda, your hand is raised in Calamasa.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not myself. I'm sorry.
You're fine. Are there any questions from committee members?
Yes. Yes, thank you, Jeremy. Just a question. Yeah, a question, Jim. Does Dial-A-Ride work on Friday? New Year's Eve?
Yes, they do work, but it's not included in the proposal today.
Okay, so that's just regular service and not the free ride on fixed routes.
That's correct. It's just fixed route.
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate that.
Perfect. Thank you, Madam Chair. Any other questions? All right. Are there any questions? Let's see here. Okay, so has the clerk received any questions or comments from the public on this?
Yes, Chair. I received a comment from Keith White, who asked that his comment be read by staff.
Please do so.
Yes, thank you, Chair. Good afternoon, committee members. I am glad to see this item coming for the New Year's Eve free rides. Last year, we could not do this because of COVID and the shutdown. RTA employees have worked so hard, plus we could never have gotten through this without our drivers. They have been on the road and keeping the passengers moving on the buses. Thank you for your time. Sincerely yours, Keith White, RTA rider and advocate.
I love it. Interesting. Oh. Is there anyone else on the line that would like to make a comment on this item? Hearing no more, do I have a motion to approve?
District 5 says yes.
Thank you,
Norco
Art.
seconds.
Thank you, Ted. Will the clerk please take a roll call vote?
City of Canyon Lake,
Aye.
City of Beaumont,
Aye.
City of Calamasa,
Yes.
City of Hemet,
Yes.
City of Lake Elsinore,
Aye.
City of Norco,
Yes.
City of Wildemar,
Aye.
County of Riverside District 3,
Aye.
County of Riverside District 5.
Yes.
Item passed unanimous.
Thank you. Moving along, we're on item number 7. This is authorization to award agreement number 21-037 to the Golden Star Technology Incorporated to design, install, and configure a wireless local area network at the agency's Riverside and Hemet facilities. Melissa, this is yours to present.
All right, good afternoon, Chair Smith and members of the committee. My name is Melissa Blankenship, and I'm the agency's Director of Contracts. The item before you today is a request for authorization to award agreement number 21-037 to Golden Star Technology Incorporated to design, install, and configure a wireless local area network at the agency's Riverside and Hemet facilities. The current wireless local area networks in Riverside and Hemet were purchased and installed in 2015. Since then, Not only has technology evolved, the agency has also increased the number of devices that rely on a Wi-Fi connection to conduct the agency's daily business and operations. The proposed upgraded Wi-Fi system will provide connectivity for approximately 300 devices, which includes buses, door access controllers and readers, and mobile devices used to conduct agency business. The proposed upgrade will also expand the Wi-Fi coverage area to include areas not currently covered at each facility. And lastly, the upgrade will increase the available Wi-Fi bandwidth, which will increase the download speeds throughout the facilities. This will be beneficial for the downloading of onboard surveillance video when required for viewing of accident claims, or when quick access is needed by the agency's COVID-19 close contact tracing team. The project will provide 55 wireless access points compared to 32 wireless access points installed in 2015. There will be wireless coverage in all interior areas and exterior wireless connectivity within the bus bays, fueling locations, probing locations, and the bus staging areas in Riverside and Hemet. These wireless access points will be managed by a cloud-based controller. On May 27, 2021, staff issued request for proposal 21-037. On July 1, 2021, the agency received 2 proposals, one from Golden Star Technology Incorporated and one from All About IT Incorporated. An evaluation committee representing staff from the Purchasing and Information Technology departments evaluated the proposals in accordance with the criteria listed in the RFP: qualifications, related experience, and references, project staffing and organization, technical approach and work plan, and completeness of response. Both firms were found to be technically responsive. Staff then requested best and final offers from both firms. The results can be seen on page 11 of today's agenda. Staff reviewed the itemized costs submitted by both vendors and found that All About IT was significantly higher across the board in both materials and labor, and there was not one specific component of the project that was driving the cost difference. After careful consideration of the technical reviews and price analysis, the evaluation committee chose Golden Star Technology Incorporated as the most technically responsive and responsible vendor, providing the best value to the agency. Golden Star Technology has been a vendor with the agency for 17 years, and staff has always been satisfied with their service. Staff is also recommending the award include a 10% contingency amount of $12,783.09 to be utilized in the event of unforeseen circumstances, such as requiring additional wireless access points to meet required coverage and speed requirements. Such use would be subject to a future change order or amendment to the proposed agreement if necessary. Sufficient funding for the wireless area network upgrade project has been included in the agency's FY22 operating budget. Based on careful consideration of the above information, staff is recommending the committee approve and recommend this item to the full board of directors as follows. Authorize staff to award agreement number 21-037 to Golden Star Technology Incorporated to design, install, and configure a wireless area network at the agency's Riverside and Hemet facilities in the amount of $127,830.90 with a 10% contingency of $12,783.09 for a total not to exceed amount of $140,613.99. Chair, that concludes my presentation.
Thank you so much, Melissa. I appreciate it. Are there any questions from committee members? Linda Molina, I see you have your hand raised.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't have my hand raised. I'm sorry. I have a
Anyone
headache.
else? No, it's okay. Anyone else? All right. Has the clerk received any requests to comment on this item?
No, Chair, I have not.
Thank you. Is there anyone on the line that would like to make a comment on this item? Again, if you're following along, we're on item number 7. Hearing none, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Zach Calmesa seconds.
Thank you. I got a first from Art. I got a second from Linda Molina. Will the clerk please take roll call?
City of Canyon Lake,
Aye.
City of Beaumont,
Aye.
City of Calamasa,
Yes.
City of Hemet,
Yes.
City of Lake Elsinore,
Aye.
City of Norco,
Yes.
City of Wildemar,
Aye.
County of Riverside District 3,
Aye.
County of Riverside District 5.
yes,
Item passed unanimous.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Moving along, this is item number 8, authorization for Clever Device Intelligent Transportation System Upgrade. Melissa, this is yours again.
Thank you, Chair.
No
This
problem.
next item is a request for authorization for a Clever Devices Intelligent Transportation System upgrade. In FY14, the agency purchased and equipped its revenue vehicle fleet with an array of advanced technologies known as an Intelligent Transportation System, also referred to as ITS. The $4.9 million ITS project included a variety of equipment, tools, and software applications integrated into a single computer-aided dispatch system to improve staff's ability to manage fleet operations, collect critical data for planning, and provide the public with real-time vehicle arrival and departure information. The state of California, through its initiative entitled the California Integrated Travel Project, also referred to as CAL-ITP, aims to make using public transportation easier by encouraging seamless trip planning and payment across modes and services in California. CAL-ITP works with public transportation agencies, the private sector, and other public institutions to achieve this goal. An integral component of trip planning is the General Transit Feed Specification, also referred to as GTFS, that is the standard data format for describing transit schedules. An expanded form of GTFS is GTFS Real-Time, or GTFS RT, which is used to describe real-time transit information, alerts, and other information useful to transit riders. In furtherance of its stated goal of making public transportation easier to use, CAL-ITP developed minimum GTFS RT guidelines in 2020. CAL-ITP encourages transit agencies to update their real-time vehicle polling times for the GTFS RT data feed so that the trip planning information received by travelers is updated through more frequent vehicle polling by the ITS system. During a recent GTFS minimum guidelines review by CAL-ITP, it was noted that the agency's ITS system does not provide polling of the GTFS RT data within the CAL-ITP standard for real-time vehicle information of updates every 20 seconds or faster. Currently, the agency's ITS system polls the vehicles every 30 seconds. With the proposed Clever Devices ITS upgrade, vehicle polling will increase to every 15 seconds so that it is within the recommended CAL-ITP GTFS RT guidelines. The upgrade of the ITS system to increase vehicle polling to every 15 seconds will result in an increase in the amount of location and prediction data that is processed and stored. To support this, agency staff will reconfigure several virtual servers to double the available storage for this data prior to the implementation of the Clever Devices ITS upgrade. Additionally, the agency will work with Clever Devices to deploy a test environment, which will allow staff to test database and application changes prior to deploying them in the production environment. This will improve deployments and reduce issues in the production environment. Finally, as part of the upgrade, a new bus crowding feature will be deployed to the GTFS RT feed, BusWatch website, and BusWatch application. With this feature, riders will be able to see how crowded their bus is before boarding. This is configurable to 3 crowding levels, low, medium, and high. Staff will determine and control these thresholds. As a result of the above, staff solicited and received a quote from Clever Devices on August 16, 2021, in the amount of $81,142, which includes the following: increase the real-time vehicle polling rate from 30 seconds to 15 seconds, add a test bed environment for ITS reports and other configurable items, and deploy a bus time passenger occupancy information feature that is configurable to 3 crowding levels, which is then pushed out as information to users of rtabus.com, BusWatch mobile application, and the agency's GTFS RT feed. Generally, as a public agency and recipient of Federal Transit Administration funds, the agency strives to maximize full and open competition in all procurements. However, the FTA Circular 4220.1F, Chapter 6, Section 3, provides for the use of non-competitive sole source procurements when supplies or services are available from only one responsible source as determined by one of the following. Patent and data right restrictions preclude competition. Award to another contractor would result in substantial duplication of costs, or award to another contractor would result in unacceptable delays. If the agency chose not to upgrade its existing Clever Devices ITS system, the alternative would be to re-procure and replace it with a new ITS system with the above described functionalities included. The cost for the agency's current IT system in 2014 was $4.9 million. According to the Consumer Price Index, the current cost for a similar ITS system could increase by almost $900,000 and would be a substantial duplication of costs. After careful consideration and in accordance with the FTA requirements where award under normal procurement methods is infeasible and procuring the equipment from another manufacturer would result in substantial duplication of costs, staff recommends the proposed upgrade to the existing ITS system as the best alternative. Sufficient funds to cover this request are included in the agency's board-approved capital budget. The funding profile is shown on page 15 of today's agenda. Therefore, the item before you is to approve and recommend this item to the full board of directors for their consideration as follows. Authorize staff to issue a purchase order to Clever Devices to implement the upgrade to the agency's ITS system in a not to exceed amount of $81,142. Chair, that completes my presentation.
Thank you so much. Are there any questions from committee members? All right. As the clerk, do we have a question?
Sorry. Yes, I do.
Of course.
Thank you, Melissa, for the presentation. There isn't any contingency added on to this. So this is an absolute firm number that they are giving us with no contingencies?
That is correct.
and I guess I always get a little nervous when a company comes back and says, nope, we are going to be absolutely right there. So that's just my concern. I'm sure you have done your homework and that is good, but I just wanted to bring that up.
No, that's a good question, and the plan has pretty much been mapped out between our IT department and Clever Devices as to exactly what we're getting, what we want and what we're getting. So it's a firm fixed price.
Okay, thank you, Melissa. Really appreciate that.
Thank you, Linda, for the question. Has the clerk received any questions to comment on this item?
No, sir, I have not.
All righty. Is there anyone on the line that would like to make a comment on this item, which is 8? Hearing none, do I have a motion to approve?
Calamasa moves to approve.
Thank you,
I'll
Linda.
second.
Thank you, Ray.
Thank you.
Will the clerk please take a roll call vote?
City of Canyon Lake,
Aye.
City of Beaumont,
Aye.
City of Calamasa,
Yes.
City of Hemet,
Yes.
City of Lake Elsinore,
Aye.
City of Norco,
Yes.
City of Wildemar,
Aye.
County of Riverside District 3,
Aye.
County of Riverside District 5.
Yes.
Item passed unanimous.
Thank you. Moving along to item number 9. This is board member comments. Obviously, this meeting was a little tough for most of us just because of the passing of our good friend. So I apologize for me stuttering a little bit, but I just want to say that we should all be very proud of the organization that we've been able to be a part of, both the staff and both our committee members that are on this board, because it's people like Keith that keep you reminded of how awesome of a job that is being done day in and day out. And I know for me, in preparation for this meeting, it was tough reading those comments just because it was so full of life. And the man loved the Lord, he loved his community, but more importantly, he loved RTA. And that is something that we all should be so proud of, because we are blessed to be part of such an amazing organization that impacts so many people's lives. But I want to give each of us a chance to kind of let us know what's going on in each other's communities, and maybe say a few words about some good stories that they've had with Keith over the years. I would like to start off with Chair Krupa, if that's okay.
Thank you, Jeremy. Yeah, trying to remember back a time of being on RTA when Keith White wasn't participating. And I think he was there. He was there at my first meeting 11 years ago.
Wow.
And, he didn't always agree with things that came up, but he always disagreed in a very pleasant and diplomatic manner and stated his reasons why. If you can have an advocate like that who is diplomatic and firm in their beliefs when they agree and when they disagree, you can't get better than that. I mean, he's going to be missed greatly.
Absolutely.
So, on another level, I just want to tell Jim Neepkins, thank you for the Rapid Link pens that apparently were sitting in my office for almost a week and a half before I finally found them. And to let you know, Jim, that 2 of them have already been given out to people. So the supply of Rapid Link pens is in high demand, and I love them. I think they're the greatest thing that RTA has put out. So thank you, Jim, for getting them to me, and I'll let you know when I need another supply. That's all for me.
Love it. Thank you so much, Chair Krupa. Appreciate it. Ray and Beaumont, what do we got going on, my friend?
Hey, it's so sad, hearing on Keith White. I barely, really knowing him. And it's unbelievable. It's amazing. He never missed a meeting.
Yep.
It's incredible. And I haven't met a person like that. I've seen him on the Beaumont ribbon cutting on the grocery outlet. And he's rolling around in the area using his his machining over there. But again, I bet everybody will gonna miss him, and God bless him, and I know he's in a good hand. That's all I have, and God bless him. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ray. Thank you. Linda and Calamasa, what do we got going on?
I ditto your thoughts on having to oversee this meeting today with such a heavy burden. Keith was such a genuine person. It was always a pleasure to hear from him. He had such great enthusiasm, and he really, truly, truly loved RTA. And that just kind of embodies how we all feel about RTA. But he was a special person. He's going to be missed. I can't imagine a meeting without his comments. So maybe we can use them over and over. I don't know. That's probably not a good idea, but that's how I feel. That's how I feel. And I'm not feeling too well today, but I didn't want to miss the meeting. But thanks for the opportunity to speak.
Thank you, Linda. Mr. Sheridan and Lake Elsinore, anything for us?
I'd like to send my deepest condolences to Mr. White's family. I've been on the board for just about a year, a little over a year, and he certainly was a presence. And I always appreciated his words. I think that he spoke for a lot of people who don't take the time to come to our meetings. And it was always important that we listen to what he had to say, because it always meant something. And again, so I send my deepest condolences to his family. I'm very sorry that he passed away. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Ted, anything to report, my friend?
No, and I agree with Timothy. I got to the pleasure of having Keith on our T-Now board. He was our secretary, so he's definitely going to be missed on our Thursday mornings at 9 a.m. So, and he always brought to light especially for those on T-Now and the issues dealing with ADA and the access by members of our community that are there. But he never let it get it down. I gotta admit, he didn't let that stop him. So proud of him. I remember him, and I appreciate what he meant to RTA, and I'm sure the drivers will also miss him and that smile. So thank you.
Absolutely. Well said, Ted. Thank you so much. Bridget and Wildemore, you got anything for us?
Yes, I had seen Keith just by chance at an event in Riverside in August. And so just a reminder to all of us to tell each other, you know, how we feel. And just because 2 months later, I would never have guessed that he would have passed away. And I agree with Ted saying, you know, he was a voice, he was an advocate. As for those who might not attend, to let us know. So he was definitely, his words meant a lot. So we will definitely miss him. Kudos to Joan, because I was tearing up while you were reading it. And I don't know how you read it without tearing up. So good job. On another note, we do have our State of the City coming up on November 4th. It's gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna have actually at Martin O'Brien Park. It's gonna end with a band. So we do a little bit different here in Wildomar, but everyone is invited November 4th, 6 p.m. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Bridget. Andrea, District 3, you got anything for us?
Oh gosh, nothing on the calendar that I know of, but I mean, as you all know, I have not been representing supervisor here for not a long time, but what did catch me off guard immediately was, especially during COVID, oftentimes the public comments that we get are not of do not contain the kindness and the gratitude that Keith's comments always had. And that caught me off guard just right away and in the best way, and has stuck with me. So, and I unfortunately did not get the email. So it kind of hit like extra hard right now at the beginning of this meeting. So I'm very grateful that we had that moment of silence. So just thank you all.
Thank you. Art, District 5.
Well, my thoughts go along the same lines of all the comments that have been made. For years, I've been around the agency now almost 8 years, and for a long time, I thought Keith was a board member. He had something to say to you. He didn't hold back, and he did it in a very professional manner. I did have one incident with him that, or experience, I should say, with him that probably is very, very unique. I ran into Keith in a department store one day, and he and I spent about 45 minutes together shopping. And you can imagine what the conversation was about for 45 minutes. I just loved it. He's going to be sorely missed. And the one thing I think that all of us will miss is when situations did come up, we didn't wait for Keith to ask him, a lot of us. We sought out his advice. And I'm going to miss that. But he's a very, very loved man.
Thank you so much, Art. Next is item number 10. Thank you for everyone for all the comments. That was incredible. Larry, do you have any announcements for us?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and members of the committee. Yes, I do. A couple quick ones to tag on to what Director Moore was saying. Don't miss an opportunity to say thank you to somebody. Keith sent me a greeting card a couple weeks ago, and I plan to thank him here for that greeting card. It was acknowledging my retirement that's coming up, and I missed the opportunity to say thank you. So thank you, Keith. I do appreciate it. Something that as I was sitting in the last meeting thinking about, Keith was here when I started, and that was a long time ago. So we have him traced back to sometime in the 80s. He would be the longest tenured employee had he worked for RTA. And there were times too, Director Welch, where I also thought he was a board member. And Will greatly missed. He was a great advocate and a good person. And lastly, I'd just like to say, Director Hoffman, great hat. I love it. This is a do or die situation for you tonight. Go Blue.
Well said. Next is that it, Larry? Is that all you got?
That concludes my announcements, Mr. Chairman.
Perfect. Thank you. Next is item number 11. The next meeting of the Board and Budget and Finance Committee is scheduled for Wednesday, November 3rd at 2 p.m. Obviously, I want to adjourn the meeting with our good friend in mind. Thank you, everyone, for participating and saying good things about him. Let this be a positive adjournment, knowing how much he impacted our lives, and let us go on and remember all the good that he's done for this organization. Want to adjourn the meeting at 2:40, October 6th, 2021. Thank you so much, everyone, for participating. Greatly appreciated.
Thank you, Chair. Good meeting.
Bye.